30 fragile days begin. Uneasy commerce hides beneath the calm grey sea. Northern planners frame restraint as readiness, measuring risk in tonnage, not lives. Southern leaders interpret caution as weakness, fearing concession equals surrender again.
Mediation drafts stall. Translation cannot soften territorial ambition into tolerance.
Energy becomes catalyst. Profit and pride share combustible chemistry beneath diplomacy.
Chicago manifests rewrite truth with invisible censorship daily.
Commentary turns anxiety into spectacle for tired audiences.
Deterrence rehearsed in darkness remains plausible deniability.
Defense rotates shifts methodically, pretending readiness will prevent the inevitable storm.
Markets anticipate chaos. Speculation precedes combat more reliably than prophecy.
Bread's gone up again. Can't catch a break.
Civilians adapt instinctively, pricing fear into the cost of bread.
Information warfare prefaces conflict. Silence holds greater threat than open hostility.
Communication stumbles. Confusion breeds rumor faster than truth can travel.
We remain optimistic that progress is still possible.
Diplomats maintain optimism.
Commerce halts politely. War begins long before the first shot fired.
Government assurance grows hollow. Confidence dissolves beneath polished phrasing tonight.
Southern leadership vows defense. Rhetoric steals morale more than ammunition stockpiles.
Appeals echo hollow. Neutrality lacks teeth against accumulating defiance.
Contact approaches unseen. Tension condenses into dew along steel rails. The storm arrives quietly. Diplomacy expires beneath whispering engines offshore.
Course set, Captain. Maintaining speed.
The first convoy sails. Deterrence transforms intention into provocation by dawn.
Bearing 270 mark. Looks like an escort.
Observation becomes accusation. Each sighting fuels the spiral beyond retrieval.
Observation persists. Evidence accumulates where trust disintegrates irretrievably.
Maintain course. We hold our fire unless fired upon.
Precision tempts action. Mathematics waits impatiently for emotion to authorize release.
Nature intervenes neutrally. Chaos democratizes blame beneath equal reign.
Another night. More silence than bread.
Order appears magnificent. Beneath discipline hides the fear of irrelevance. Control is an illusion, and costly at that.
Neutrality depends on what we choose to hear and when to forget.
Damn wind makes the symbols mean nothing.
Movement makes a promise harder and harder to break.
We are confident in a peaceful resolution.
Truth whispers resignation beneath applause.
Distortion chosen over despair for public morale.
Evidence converts speculation into provocation, inevitably.
War begins without announcement. History notes only consequence, never origin.
Convoy holding formation. Distance narrowing under gathering rain.
Verify those damage reports before we respond.
Hope these instructions are better than the last ones.
Sir! Supplies are running low. We need more, now!
We can argue the framing, but what's the likely trajectory here?
Propaganda saturates screens. Certainty sold cheaply where ambiguity previously commanded caution nationwide.
Small boats vanish, rumors claim sabotage, insurance, and opportunistic smugglers bargaining overnight. Engineers restore power, neighborhoods applaud, then question longevity of fragile improvements achieved.
Counter-battery fire subsides. Ceasefire windows open under thunderclouds advancing slowly eastward.
Humanitarian corridor negotiated. Convoys stage quietly beyond the northern checkpoint before sunrise. Families emerge cautiously. Children count sirens between distant bursts of noise outside.
Field hospitals overflow. Volunteers translate pain across accents, dialects, and rigid paperwork.
Commanders revisit estimates. Attrition curves devour timetables faster than ships can repair.
Negotiators retreat privately. Definitions of victory shrink until survival finally qualifies officially.
Storms shroud instruments. Nature imposes pause, neither side publicly requested or welcomed.
Lines stabilize temporarily. Reconnaissance shifts to drones, hydrophones, and human whispers ashore.
Fuel shortages pinch. Convoys prioritize hospitals over factories despite political objections everywhere.
Aerial photographs reveal ruins. Editors debate which images deserve morning placement prominently.
Coastal villages evacuate. Livestock wander between sandbags and recently abandoned barricades nearby.
Night ceasefire holds. Medics move. Priests bless. And relatives finally reunite tearfully.
Blackouts continue intermittently. Stars replace neon over districts, learning patience together slowly.
Intelligence summaries circulate. Similar mistakes appear on both sides repeatedly this week.
Ammunition counts dwindle. Commanders reconsider objectives, once thought politically non-negotiable at last.
Radio operators share cigarettes. Static carries rival songs across humid midnight air.
A sudden lull spreads. Rain hammers tents harder than artillery tonight nearby.
Talks restart cautiously. Translated phrases attempt bridges where trenches recently stood deeply. Prisoner exchanges proceed. Relief collides with grief along improvised corridors of mercy.
Third parties deploy observers. Cameras discipline tempers that speeches cannot so far.
Smugglers pivot quickly. Peace prices different goods than war demanded yesterday everywhere.
Teachers reopen schools. History lessons skip chapters still under investigation for now.
Farmers return fields. Shrapnel glitters where seeds should wait patiently for rain.
Courts reconvene. Legal arguments replace gunfire across microphones and solemn benches today.
Ceasefire violations persist. Small skirmishes threaten to unravel painstaking confidence swiftly again.
Mediators invent language. Vagueness becomes architecture, holding competing truths together for now.
Verification teams travel. Signatures await evidence proving compliance beyond performative gestures publicly.
Cameras capture handshakes. Distrust flickers behind rehearsed smiles and staged embraces everywhere.
Markets rebound cautiously. Traders hedge optimism against memories still unpriced today fully.
Families repair roofs. Laughter returns uncertainly between hammer blows and news updates.
Monuments receive wreaths. Speeches promise never, while budges whisper eventually quietly back.
Armories inventory damage. Accountants inherit responsibilities formerly reserved for generals in full.
Documentarians collect testimonies. Memory competes with narrative for long-term authority over events.
Scholars draft chronologies. Disagreements harden where documentation remains insufficient or contradictory still.
Reconstruction contracts awarded. Celebration disguises patronage inside patriotic language again for now.
Fishermen resume routes. Sonar pings now measure abundance, not threats out there.
Museums plan exhibits. Curators soften edges to comfort paying visitors this season.
Newspapers print retrospectives. Errors corrected quietly beneath triumphant headlines and photos later.
Veterans return home. Kitchen tables replace briefing rooms and crowded barracks slowly.
Archivists label footage. Consent forms accumulate beside reels and tapes for years.
A final summit convenes. Definitions of peace approach workable consensus at last.
Parades commence cautiously. Applause competes with grief along every boulevard this week.
Borders demilitarize incrementally. Outposts convert into customs, clinics, and weather stations peacefully.
The peninsula exhales. The sea returns to ordinary, indifferent labor each day.
History records restraint. Survival becomes the rarest victory of this generation together.